This is a series following on from the TED Talk, How Unicorns Wind Up in a Straitjacket. Hi, thank you so much for joining us on Unicorns Out of a Straitjacket. That's to say, all of the talented professionals out there who are doing careers and jobs that are completely wrong for them and feel restricted and confined as if you'd be in a straitjacket. So you're the unicorn, magical, wonderful, that is being stifled in a straitjacket if you're in the wrong career for you. Today I have the amazing author of The Corporate Hippie, Kimberly Adams, with me, and she's going to share her incredible journey with you. And she is super powerful, and I can't wait to share her with you. So, hi, Kim, welcome, and thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Linda. I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored and excited for our conversation today.
It's such a pleasure, and I cannot wait to hear all about your story and how you've gone from one thing until another. I think you'll say it best. I'm going to let you share. Tell us about your career story. Where did you start?
Absolutely. So I've always been in advertising sales, and most recently I was a VP of advertising. And so out there selling airtime basically, and working in the, good old boys club of that world of advertising. Yeah. And I was just, going along, minding my own business, making a lot of money. And I noticed something was different in how I was running my team. And I really started to look at that and notice.
Right. Tell us a bit about what was different.
Well, I didn't really know how to put a name on it at the time, but I was someone who was always trusting my intuition, trusting I call it my God-given GPS on whether I go right, whether I go left, who to hire, if we were going to get a deal or not, who were going to be our best clients. So I just started to really tune in and tap in to that innate information we all have as humans, of God giving me the roadmap for my life. And the more that I did that, the more successful I was.
Amazing. Amazing. So would you say that's what led you to being the author of this amazing book?
100%. That and actually getting laid off twice. So one of my sayings is the universe always conspires, right? It's conspiring on your behalf. So when I moved to Southern California, I moved here to be with the love of my life. I actually got laid off twice the year before COVID. And the universe was making sure that I was going to be able to get this book out into the world. And the only way that I would do it is getting laid off twice.
Well, that's a big positive in hindsight. Can you imagine?
Yes, hindsight.
In hindsight. What did it feel like at the time when you were transitioning?
I mean, at the time, it was, of course, very scary. I've always been such a producer that I felt like I need to work, I need to work, I need to work. And so after I got laid off the second time, I had enough, I practiced enough stillness and enough meditation, which is one of my key things to how I figured this all out. Right. I needed to be still. Okay. I needed to just live. I'd worked for 25 plus years every day. And it was time for me to be still and to I know you talk a lot about let your genius, right? Find your genius. Yeah. I really allowed that genius to come through. All of those little subtle whispers, I allowed that to come through, and I started listening.
Wow. Wow. And look where it landed you. It's incredible.
I'm an author.
And why would you say now it's the right time, and why is it important for this message to be coming out into the world?
This message came to me about 3 years ago. It was downloaded into my brain by God, by the universe, The Corporate Hippie. I literally heard it, probably similar to your story. I just heard The Corporate Hippie and I filed it away, and I was like, that's going to be a book someday. And then COVID happened. And I thought, I need to get busy, right? After getting laid off twice, this is how the world is going to change. They have to adopt principles of working with love, compassion, and joy. The good old boys club is dead. And
Yeah,
the way that we used to work in corporate America and throughout the world is done, right? It
yeah,
is the age of Aquarius. It is time for change.
yeah.
And it's a movement. I think the corporate hippie is a movement.
It's yeah, definitely, definitely, and it's one of these fast trains that everyone needs to get on. It's amazing.
Exactly. And it's just a way to work that really promotes love and joy and compassion. And I talk about building spiritual families at your work. So
Mm,
why do you have to, like, you can't have a jerk of a boss anymore and then like be a nice guy at home? Like, it's all integrated now, right, Linda? It's
yes,
all integrated.
yes. I always say this in career coaching. Your personal life and professional life are intertwined, and if you can have one coherent brand, then you can be the same beautiful person at work, at home, and you don't feel this conflict, inner conflict that you're constantly trying to solve. So
Right? You don't have the Sunday scaries or the Monday blues anymore, right? You wake up and you
exactly.
just, like, like this interview today, you just wake up and you just come on and you be who you are. And you know what? It's going to resonate with who it's supposed to. And who it doesn't, that's okay. It's
It's
none of my
not for
business.
them. Absolutely, absolutely. But you show up. I love that. Um, so going back to the TEDx talk, we were talking about 3 steps into really uncovering the right career for you. And we spoke about 3 steps. The first one being identifying clues in your life, in your childhood, what your natural genius is and what your natural path to wealth is. What would you say some of the clues are for you?
My natural inclination was always to try to make people smile. I remember I used to get up on top of a coffee table when I was like 7, and I used to like act like I was tap dancing, and I would try to make everybody laugh and like, look at me, and I would like produce plays and I would produce stories. And
Right.
so when I look back, oh, there's a hummingbird out the window, and a good, really good sign. But it was just this natural ability to tell stories, to make people smile, to make people laugh, and to bring people together. I would set up like little areas like a theater, and like I would direct my brother and sister on like how to play the roles. So when I look back, I just always wanted to make people smile and
Wow,
tell stories.
that is incredible. Oh, here we are. Lost
Sorry
you
about
for a
that.
second. No worries. Um, what would you say are some of the dots that you connected coming back to lifestyle, to hobbies that you use now in your work?
Yoga and working out were just huge things for me. And then I started to bring those into my actual career with my team of the past, right? We would do yoga retreats. We would go have spa appointments. We would get with crystals, and I would give them all like crystal bracelets that I would say, are you wearing your crystal bracelet? You can go activate, so we can get those clients. But those were all inclinations and things that I was doing anyway. And I just didn't realize how that stillness and that meditation of me being able to calm my mind would give me all the answers to my next best step. And so I was doing it anyway. And the moment I started applying it to work and to the book, honestly, some of the information that came to me was just channeled, right? It wasn't even me. It's almost like I got my ego out of the way.
Yeah, yeah, and just let that purity come through. Wow.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of stillness. I'm a big fan of meditation. And the more that you bring that into, I think, your work life, I just think the more everything in your life is balanced, your friendships, your relationships, your partnerships, everything.
Wow, I hear you. I hear you for sure, and I completely resonate with that. And I guess that is the third step, applying all of these clues and connections into your career and into the book and into your
Mhm.
motivational speaking and everything that you do. I love that you, even within corporate, training your staff and still having the crystal bracelets. That is powerful. And the fact that you can feel you that you're able to do that and to be able to be yourself and to be natural at work. That's huge, especially in my line of work in helping people with career change and corporate training. A lot of people can't do that. It's like your work self and then
Right.
your personal space where you retreat to go be
Yeah.
who you are. But the fact that you mix
Right.
those two is powerful.
It is so powerful. And that's how I think we're all called to be living now, right? And the beauty, that was some of the beauty that came out of COVID, is giving us the ability to see we can get things done from Zoom. We can talk to people around the world, right? We're not stuck
Absolutely.
just in our little zones of where we are. I mean, I'm in Orange County, you're in
Thank
London or the UK, right? You're somewhere around the world. It's pretty freaking phenomenal.
It really is. It really is. And it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time for everyone, for sure. Wow. What is the one advice you would say to somebody considering a career change or birthing that idea, or just reconnecting with themselves and their work in their work?
I would say the more that we're able to really practice radical self-love and just embody that we are magical, powerful creators,
Yeah.
and we are meant to be co-creating with the universe.
Yes.
I get tingles when I say that, because it is so true, right? The moment we're able to really believe we are magical, powerful creators, and we can have the life, the desire, the career, the relationship we want, go freaking get it.
Go freaking get it. I love that. We were talking about motors, Ali, earlier. One of my actually, my main motor is be you, go get it, live fabulous.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yes.
And
I
you
want to
put
be
freaking
fabulous
in
all
there.
the time.
Downloads, downloads. Amazing. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. Show us your book.
Yes. Oh, I'd love to.
How gorgeous is this cover?
Isn't it beautiful?
It's beautiful.
I
And
just feel it, like I feel like when I look at it, it feels like magic to me, and it feels like me. So I'm so proud. The hardest thing I've ever done, but I'm so proud.
I'm proud of with you, along with everyone else. Definitely, we will be putting Kim's details and how to get your hands on that beautiful, beautiful, impactful book as well. So definitely check Kim out and find out what she's doing, where she is. Go see her speak and follow her. Definitely, definitely amazing stuff.
Don't be a unicorn in a straitjacket.
Absolutely.